Finals. Hey guys, I'm Gilly with View Studio, and I'm bringing you the top 5 replays from the StarCraft II Copa América Season 2 group stage. In place 5, we have a ZVZ between Shakti and Jim Rising. Jim hit his opponent with a swarm of units, taking down the queen before she could take out the banelings. This left the base of Shakti wide open. Shakti tried to pull drones, but this huge explosion took out some drones and a whole mess of precious Zerglings. With no more defense, Jim's remaining banelings and speedlings went on a killing spree, forcing Shakti to GG. Our number 4 highlight proves that you don't have to win to be in our top 5. Desro is taking on Major, and even though he eventually loses the game, we have to respect this excellent defense. The Terran player constantly dropped and attacked in multiple locations all game, and although Desro did well in defending versus these drops, he did eventually lose his third. This gave Major time to build a big army and attack while Desro was vulnerable. The Protoss player handled his defense as well as he could, with force fields zoning out the Terran army and Stalkers protecting his Colossi. But there were too many units, and Desro lost all of his Colossi in the end, making a defense versus the next Terran wave impossible. Up next at number 3 is a Canadian match between Huck and Hydralisk, and Hydralisk's Hydralisks. Hydralisk attacks with a bunch of these guys and forces a photon overcharge. Look at that concave he's setting up. Photon overcharge expires and our Zerg player springs the attack, and it just doesn't look like Huck has enough units to stop it. Huck eventually gets some good force fields out in an attempt to zone out the units, but that Groove Spines upgrade is sure useful, isn't it? And true to his name, Hydralisk proves that all you need is more Hydralisks. Let's see what else Hydralisk can do. At second place, he faces Jim Rising, but no Hydralisk this time, just all lings all the time. In fact, he has about 60 lings when he first gets into Jim's main and takes out a queen and some drones. Jim Rising pulls his Roach army to defend, but at the same time, Hydralisk starts attacking the third and the natural. Jim's Roaches have to run back and forth between the bases, and although he eventually stops the lings, he loses several queens and 20 drones to the attack. And finally, at number 1, we have Shakti and Huck. Shakti brings the swarm to Huck, who has a lot of Stalkers. Like, enough Stalkers to consider turning your muted cloud around. And force fields keep the Roaches from coming up the ramp, so it looks like Huck won't have trouble defending his base. But suddenly, Zerglings. Shakti flanks the Stalkers with a flood of lings, and where there were many Stalkers, there are now none. And with no Protoss army left, this base is primed for utter, Mutalisk destruction. That's all for the group stage, but I'll be back soon with more highlights. Thanks for watching!